Okay, in this video I'm changing the stabilizer on the engine of a 2010 Nissan Versa, but not the motor mount, the stabilizer. It keeps the engine from flopping back and forth like when you're putting it in gear and such. But I'm also going to show a progression of tools. Instead of just going straight to the tool I should use, I'm going to show you ratchet with an extension, a pull bar with an adapter, and a straight pull bar, and show you the difference between them. So it's a lesson in tools as well. All right, crank it up. Okay, put it first. Okay, hear that clunky clunk. All right, so here's the car. Everything looks good. But when you look around here, see that mount's broke. It's broke on top and bottom actually, but it's broke. Right there's your tear. And that's your stabilizer for your engine. There's the actual motor mount. This is the stabilizer that keeps from doing that. So that'll cause some of that clunky sound. Alright, so I'm going to show something here. Now this is a 19 millimeter. All kinds of play. Okay? This is 17 millimeter. And it's too small. So you go to American. This is 11/16. Too small. Almost, but too small. 3/4. Got play in it. So, okay, now the socket problem, wrench problem if you will, is something that mechanics run upon sometimes where it's like one's too tight, but one has play. What do you use? Now I know old Fred's in the background back there saying, put a crescent wrench on it. Well, you don't want to use the crescent wrench because it'll pull apart. The famous issue with crescent wrenches. Put a pipe wrench on it. Well, pipe wrenches aren't really meant for this job either. You're just going to need to use the closest one, let it wobble a little bit. But if you're going to do that, use a 6-point. Don't use a 12-point socket because the 6-point gives you more face side to actually grab, whereas the 12-point would strip over easier. So, one of the things. But remember, if you've got play, you run the risk of it stripping over, no matter what you do. So make sure that you hold that thing to where you're not going to slip and cut your hand or something. Let me add this one little piece of information though. There is such thing as an 18 millimeter socket, but most sets don't come with that. They just kind of, you know, Americans here, metrics are here, and they kind of skip each other. But an 18 millimeter is a real oddball, but it probably was technically an 18 millimeter, but you will run upon this problem here and there. You know, throughout sockets, you'll find some that just don't seem to work, and there's always a loose one. So I went on ahead and done it this way for the sake of this video. Alright, now, you never really know how much your engine's going to twist on that. But this one right here, when you can push and pull it, and it don't seem to be under much weight. So, I'm going to chance it because the exhaust system holds it and stuff like that, but you can do that at your own risk. You know, your engine may flop forward or something, but considering the mount's right here and most of the weight's under there, I don't think it's going to do that. So I'm going to take this off with my hand here. But if I was worried about it, I'd lock into it somewhere right here with a cable and tie it off somewhere there, tie it off somewhere here to keep the engine from flopping either way. Or you can always stick boards in. Now with these cars with all this plastic on it, that's a little hard to do. But you'd have to find some way to brace the engine in both directions if you was worried about it flopping. Now, I'm going to get an extension on that because of the danger of it. So if I had kept it short and it slipped, I would have tore my hands down there. Yeah, I don't want to come out. Alright, I don't like, there's a nut on the bottom of this, but I don't think it's turning anything. I think it's just bending it. Yeah, I don't like all that play right there, but like I said, that's all you can do right here. It turned, but is it turned to bottom? Nope, it ain't. That, my friends, is what pull handles are for. That's why you switch over from a ratchet sometimes. Now, I'm going to take this part off right here first because this one has more wiggle room in the hole. You can see it on the new one. It's got wiggle room back and forth. So, since I don't know exactly how the engine's going to react, that's why I'm going to do it this way. It don't even feel up under any pressure right now. Let me get ready for it. It's got a long way to go. But the fact that it's turning that easy tells me there's no pressure under it. This way you wouldn't be able to check that. If it come loose, it did a pop. You know, it fall on you. But this right here, the fact that it turned so easy told me what I needed to know. I mean, you can tell it by that a little bit too, but that's the better option. All right, so that's out of there. By the way, the reason why my finger's right there is so that when it's coming back this way, it doesn't flop as much. See how it's coming back? You're holding it from coming this way. Whenever you get screws that get loose, bolts that get loose like that, it's better to do that. It saves you some work. It's just saving you a little bit of work. Okay. You see there? Completely broke. Now my thing is that one looks bigger than this one right there around the circle. But as long as everything else lines up, it'll be fine. You always want to double check before you actually open the package. No, it's fine. Just like it is. So put that back in there. Get in there. Alright. Now you want to do this one first, because you are dealing with aluminum right here, whereas that you've got a steel bolt welded to the bottom. You want to make sure this aluminum thread's right, so you want to do it first. Because you don't want to cross thread in aluminum. You don't want to cross thread in anything but aluminum. You know, it's easier to cross thread it and not really realize you're cross threading it. Although you should realize it, but it's easier. Okay, now I'm not going to tighten it super tight here yet, although I could on this particular instance. Get in there. I am making it. Oh, stiff, and now it's easy. Fine with me. Alright, let me tighten this one up while it's in place. Alright, lastly, this right here, don't forget to tighten it up. I got some channel locks. It's not hard to do, just give it a little snug, make sure that it's not going to fall off. That's all you're doing. That's it.